society today, we are being attacked constantly with inauthentic conversations. Fakeness, trying to look cool, trying to be somebody we're not. That is why the Damn Dude podcast is here to have the authentic conversations that need to be had in a way that will make you think and say, Damn Dude. Damn Dude.
Pip pip cheerio. What up, everybody? What is good? Welcome to the Damn Dude podcast.
Damn, dude.
This is a show where we have the conversations that need to be had in a way that'll make you think and say, damn, dude.
Damn, dude.
This is season 3, episode 16. This show exists to help educate, entertain, and make an impact on the different contexts and perspectives and views that we have on life. Because the more contexts and perspectives that you have loaded and ready to go in your back pocket, the quicker you are to be able to understand shit. And when you understand shit, you got a clear focus on what to do. And when you got a clear focus on what to do, then you know what the fuck to do and it feels good, right? So why not operate that way if we have the option? And all you got to do is fucking just do whatever you're doing anyways and just let me do the talking. Right? Isn't that easy? Or if you don't like what I'm saying, or you think I'm incorrect, or you don't like the way I'm doing it, then you do it. And that's part of what created this podcast is I was like, yo, I wish I could have all the podcasts that I enjoy in one somehow. And to me, that's what this is. So it's like, this show is the accumulation of, I never thought it was like this. This show is the accumulation of all my favorite podcasts and all the life lessons that I've learned, all the pain I've gone through, everything I've ever endured or been challenged with or survived through or anything like that exist in this show. All the lessons of that. So I realized, I was like, yo, okay, I'm going to take what I learned from fucking ayahuasca, plant medicines, my travels, my teachers, my upbringing, all the trouble I got into, all the hardships I've gone through. Then I look at the shows I like to listen to, and let me think. The first podcasts I started listening to were, interesting. I would say the first podcast I was listening to that I kind of stumbled upon was, Joe Rogan, probably obviously. I would just tune into him here and there on YouTube occasionally and just listen to this or that. And it was just like, all right, cool. Right. And then, I started listening to, I think Bradley's podcast, Bradley Dropping Bombs. And that was the show that really fucking kicked it off for me. I was like, holy shit. It was like, I found that. And then I discovered Zachary Babcock, Underdog Empowerment. And then from there, around the same time, I discovered Ben Baller's podcast. And then from there, around the same time, I discovered Mike Tyson's podcast, Hot Boxin with Mike Tyson. And Eben Britton. It was back when Eben was on the show. And those were the shows I would listen to. Those were the main ones I would listen to. There's a few others. I would listen to David Meltzer's podcast. Who else? Yeah, I don't know. Those were the main ones. And I was like, dude, I'm kind of the medium between all these people. Oh, and Andy Frisella, Real AF with Andy Frisella. How could I forget that? And that was the other one. And once I started, it's like this show is the accumulation, the style of it is the accumulation and the things, my favorite things that I took from all of those shows. and I just add it to this because what I found inspiring or cool about their shows was stuff that I already resonated with and felt about or thought about. And I was like, whoa, it's interesting that I'm kind of the blend of Brad Lee, Andy Frisella, Ben Baller, I guess Zachary Babcock, and myself. And it's like that kind of we are our inspirations and the people that we're inspired by, right? Like, because we're using that inspiration, we're using that energy. And at the same time, I'm not stealing from them. I'm more like paying tribute to the way they do it and respecting their style and being like, damn, that's dope. It's like studying, like, let's say you play basketball and you study your team playing basketball, or you study the all-star team playing basketball, or you study yourself playing basketball, and you're like, whoa, if I lift my elbow and cross the ball right here, I adjust my shoulders here, I adjust this and that, and it's like, it's just that much smoother. And that's how I view creating my podcast and taking inspiration from other shows is like, all right, like I observe. I'm going to take my little tweak and put it on it like this. And that's why you hear me use Brad Lee and Ben Baller's damn dude, like,
Damn, dude.
That's Brad Lee.
Damn, dude.
And that's Ben Baller. And I think it's cool because it's like I get to pay tribute, right? And then there's other clips I wanted to use and stuff, but I kind of just like enjoy the ones that I'm using, and I'm not like, I don't really have the desire to use the other ones yet. Like, maybe at some point I'll add different sound effects or whatever, but it's not even about the sound effects. So that leads me into the next thing, which is this show exists for the sake of value. This show isn't here to be a gimmick, to sell you anything, to coerce you or convince you to buy anything or do anything. You know what I mean? It's like, if I ever am going to like sell you something or tell you about something, it's because it's really dope and it'll actually make your life better, right? And if I start selling hoodies or merchandise or something, it's like, it'll always be true to the brand. I'm not going to fucking be like, buy this, buy that. It's like, yo, if you want this shit, cool, come holler at me, I'm not even tripping. Like, I could always use the money and I don't need it. You know what I mean? Because I know how to survive with nothing. So I don't ever need money. Like, sometimes it feels like I do, but what, am I going to die if I just don't have money? You know what I'm saying? Maybe if I like did all my money dealings in sketchy ways or scenarios or something, but I don't, I'm an honest person. I do honest business. So like, you know what I mean? So that's the thing, is like, I believe in providing more value than anything else. And that's what the show is. It's an exchange of value to the universe, to the people, to whoever, whatever. That's all it is. It's just an exchange. It's like, here's some value. Here's my vulnerability. Here's everything I've seen and experienced and gone through. Check out how it relates to your life, because I promise you it will. And it doesn't matter whose story is crazy or this or that or whatever, or more painful or more impactful. It doesn't matter, because the depth and meaning of being a human is exactly that. It's just the depth and meaning of being a human. So it's like, as humans, we make meanings of things. And because of that, somebody who's only experienced getting their video games taken away versus somebody who's had all their family murdered, you, from the outside, you could say, like, why is this guy crying? Like, you don't realize your family could be murdered. And that's the thing, though, is like, that's why that person's life path is that person's life path, and that person's life path is that person's life path. And we all fall somewhere in the middle, right? Hopefully. So, or not hopefully. It's like, it's all perfect. You know what I mean? We all have to be the role that we are in life, because we all have to be that person. Like, I have to be the guy who has the tattoo on his face and arms and says what the fuck I say the way I say it and do what the fuck I do. And like, I'm the type of person where I show up and I disappear, and I show up and I disappear. It's like, I don't just disappear though, but that's how it seems to a lot of people. Like, I just kind of show up in different things, and I have my hand in a lot of different things that you wouldn't really like guess, I guess, right? Like, so that's just who I am. And I'm here to say things that are either incredibly offensive or insightful. And that's usually how people resonate with me, is that like, they're like, damn, well, this day and age, back in the day, everybody just related to me as stupid. At least it seemed and felt. But now people are like, dude, you're pretty smart, or you're really insightful, or you've gone through a lot. And, or the other thing I would say, that people who really know me, the thing they say is, you are really gritty. Like, you are a gritty motherfucker. Like, dude, like, nobody can out-grit you. Like, and I'm like, huh, thank you. To me, that's a huge-ass compliment, because it's like, I will just keep going. It does not matter. And that's the value to you guys that I want to deliver, is like, yo, I want to share this with you guys, because by me having that drive, that ability, that grit, it rubs off on everybody else. And it's like, how's it going to rub off on anybody else, is by me doing the work and putting this out there and gritting it out and doing whatever it takes to make what I said I'm going to make happen. Because I said I am committing a minimum of a 10-year commitment to this podcasting deal. And I'm not in it for money. I'm not in it to sell you guys anything. It's here purely for value. And like, how can you lose if you just dish out value? You know what I'm saying? It's like, I kind of think of it as like, if you think of kind of like a church or like a more so, hold on, let me re-say this. I mean, some churches, but it's more like Vipassana meditation. They purely work on value. And they say, you can come to this, you can stay here, you can eat for free, and you can donate only if you complete the course and benefited from it. If you didn't complete the course and you didn't benefit, then we don't even want your donation. Like, we appreciate it, but no thank you. You're not just going to use this as a tax haven or a tax write-off. You know what I'm saying? So they're like, it's just kind of like on this honor and giving. And how is this center ever going to lose if they just keep giving value and providing value and delivering messages of beauty and inner peace and love and applicable tools to everyday life to help with your breathing and your meditation and your spirit, right? It's like, it's going to occur to every person who does it differently. And it's also just a beautiful thing, right? It's a gift, and it keeps giving. And they say, well, you don't even have to give back. And that's kind of like David Meltzer's philosophy is like, look, my thing is, I'm out to give everybody a metaphorical $100 bill worth of value. Let's just use money for this example, right? I'm out to give everybody $100 worth of value, and I'm asking for $20 of it back. So if in life, if I came up to you and gave you 100 and I asked for 20 back, is that a fair deal?
Damn, dude.
Right? That's a hell of a deal. Fuck yeah. And I'm trying to fuck with anybody who's like that. Right? You're willing to, you want to give me 100 and I give you 20 back? Okay. And it creates an exchange and a flow of energy and motion with the energy, with the money, the exchange, the gifting. Because that's different than just being like, here's $80, right? There's just a difference in the energy, and it creates a certain type of vibe and feeling. So if you say, here's 100, can I please have 20 back? It creates a flow and energy, and it creates a new line of thinking, a new paradigm for us to be able to like exist and think into.
Damn, dude.
So that's why with this, it's like, yeah, this is the Damn Dude podcast. We have conversations that need to be had in a way that'll make you think and say, damn, dude. It's not a gimmick. It's a catchy catchphrase or something, right? But it's like, this show operates off no gimmick. It's just like, whoa, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, here, or I'm not using current events. I'm not using trending topics. This is purely from like me, as real and raw as it gets. And it was really cool because yesterday I got to do my first podcast interview, you guys. Or sorry, I got to be interviewed on my first podcast ever.
Damn, dude.
Yo, you guys, I'm telling you, this shit went hard. Yo, you guys, yeah. It's gonna come out on Wednesday. Today is Monday. Is today Monday? Yeah, today's Monday. I start working today. I'm so fucking excited for that. So yeah, on Wednesday I'll post. Okay. On Thursday I'll post the link in the show notes that I do on Thursday. And before that, on Wednesday, I'll post links on the Instagram at Damn Dude Podcast. DamnDudepodcast. So, so you guys, so check the Instagram on Wednesday so I can post the link. And or you motherfuckers, you guys, come on now. If you guys are not following Ignite the Spark Within, if you guys have not subscribed to that, go subscribe to that. iTunes or Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or whatever the heck you use, right? Go do that because it is some of the realest shit that and tools that you can take with you and really, really use and apply to your life to make your life actually better. Like for reals, applicable tools. It's genius. So I was blessed to be the first guest actually, which is a huge honor. And I can't even believe that podcast was real. Like, and the recording that we did was just so real and raw and vulnerable. Shout out to Sebastian Hernandez. That bro, dude, bruh, girl, homie, fam, dog, pare. Yo, you guys, seriously, go right now, open your, whatever you listen to your podcast on, and type in Ignite the Spark Within and look for Sebastian, with Sebastian Hernandez. And there's a lion and a lioness on the front, and the whole thing's pretty much like black and orange. So go find that because follow that. It's going to come out on Wednesday. So when it hits, you guys will just be in the know and it'll pop up automatically for you guys. That's the best way to do that. Also, be sure you guys go subscribe to this podcast, right? If you want, or fucking don't. Like I said, I don't got anything to fucking sell you. So, I mean, I can sell you stuff. I've got stuff to sell you guys. I can sell you my business. I can sell you some of this, whatever. I got, you know what I'm saying? It's like, you want to buy some surfboards? I got surfboards for sale right now, actually. I can sell you guys some stuff if you want. But, you know what I'm saying? No, we're not doing that. Not right now, anyway. Just kidding. So, yeah, you guys, being interviewed is a trip because it's like when you have somebody like talking you up and believing in you and they see you bigger than you see yourself, like those are the people to surround yourself with, especially if you're up to something in life. Like if you're up to making this world a better place and you know that like your little authority you have doesn't really mean shit and it doesn't really bring real satisfaction. The little, job title you got or letters before or after your name or whatever, it's like, that's cool, respect. And how happy are you inside? How is your heart? How's your soul? How are your emotions? How's your relationship to your thinking? How's your relationship to your breathing? Because that's the stuff that really matters. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, if we don't put an importance on this stuff, if we don't pay attention to it, if we don't have awareness, we're just lost in the sauce and we just do whatever the fuck the authorities say. Now, I'm not saying go disrespect the authorities, but what I'm saying is like, you have the greatest authority over yourself, your own domain, your own dominion, like your fucking self. Do you give yourself the authority to cross the street where you want to cross the street? Do you give yourself the authority to go where you want to go and do what you want to do? With respect, you know what I'm saying? But do you have the balls, the guts, the fucking cooch to do that? You know what I'm saying? You got the gall, the grit, the gallbladder, I don't know what I'm saying it. No, but really, you know what I'm saying? It's like, so it's important that if you are somebody who is up to creating their own life and somebody who takes responsibility for their own happiness, their own emotions, their own feelings, their own insights, their own ideas, if you're one of those people, then you need to surround yourself with, or at least start listening to, things and people who are up to that same thing. Because something I didn't know was that, like, I thought as I was growing up, and especially through my 20s, I don't know why, I assumed because it was my experience, I guess, that I thought everybody wanted, excuse me, to create something and to like live their dreams and to like have the career they love and the freedom they want and the wife or girlfriend or husband or boyfriend or whatever that you want. Like, I thought everybody wanted that. And then as year after year after year kept going by, I'm like, it looks like people really don't want that. That's a trip. I don't even know how to like interpret this. Because if people did want that, then that's what they would do. Right? It's like, if you want a pair of shoes, then you're going to work to go get them. If you want a car, then you're going to do the work to go get that. If you want a job, you're going to do the work to go get that. If you want a partner or whatever, you're going to do the work to go do it or be in the best shape that you can for yourself, right? Like, you're going to be the most prepared that you can be. So you're ready. So to kind of take a step back, which is, I'm describing all that because it's important to surround yourself and start listening to people who want to do better. And I didn't know before that there are lots of people that want to do good and contribute and be of contribution to life and actually take on the actions to do so. You know what I mean? Because it's like, if you're not willing to take on the actions to do so, then you're not going to actually be a contribution to anything. And that's the hardest thing, is like, I feel like what it is like a lot of people do want to contribute, but they don't know how. So they end up kind of just following the crowd and the masses, and that's how people become sports fans in masses and fucking like wearing masks because who the fuck told them to, and getting shots because who the fuck told them to, and all this stuff, right? And it's like, as we saw over the past 2-3 years with this whole pandemic and all this shit, it's like people just blindly follow. And it's pretty fucking wild. But here's the thing, is like, if you're fortunate enough to be alive through that, you got to really see and feel what it felt like to be a free thinker or a free human or individual, a free man, a free woman. You either were or you weren't. And there was a moment where we were all caught up in it, because there was a moment you didn't know, and you had to let the facts and the data present itself. And once that happened, I was just like, nope, all bets are off. This makes no fucking sense. I'm not participating in this bullshit, because I can read and analyze data correctly. And it's like, I'm looking at both sides and I'm like, all right, well, this makes sense and this makes sense, but this is, it's just like, well, this is completely logical here, right? Like, and I'm somebody who's very into like spirit and shit that you can't see, stuff that's in the in-between, like the life and fabric of life that exists in between, in the ether, and thoughts live somewhere and all this stuff, right? And like we can do versions of time traveling in our mind and through our thinking and just all these different things that are pretty fucking out there. And I also understand that when it comes to shit like that, like this pandemic, there has to be absolute facts that are tangible. And once these absolute facts that were completely tangible presented themselves, I'm like, okay, got it. And that's the thing is like, I'm a very, 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 very logical person. Like to the point where it's annoying for people. Because it's like, people oftentimes they can't even hear me or what I have to say because I'm just like, what I have to say is far too logical for what their brain can handle. Like when I say shit like, yo, you're like your birthday that you celebrate every year is not your actual birthday according to the years and calendars and everything. It doesn't actually add up exactly even. Like you're not even celebrating the right day. You'd have to calculate it out and your birthday would actually be different. So anyway, people's brains turn off when they start hearing that. Because if you did the math and counted exactly like how many days is in a year? 365 or 364? Right? It's like it's just different all the time. So there's supposed to be 365 days in a year, supposedly. And if you counted 365 days from the day you were born, it wouldn't be your exact birthday. That's just the way, I'm not making this up. That's just the way it fucking is. But people's brains turn off because it's too logical. And they think I'm talking cuckoo. But I'm like, no, it's complete logic. This is actually way more rooted in fact than what you're talking about. You just accepted. Like, I'm like talking about how it actually got there or why it's there or not. Or, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, no, so it's funny to see that. So we're going to take a quick break. We'll be right bicycle.
Damn, dude.
What up, everybody? We bike. So, yo. What I was going to say was, it's always fucking interesting and trippy and cool when you actually find people who view you as bigger than you view yourself. And the importance of that is like, I got to experience that being on this podcast, being on Sebastian's podcast, where I was like, man, like how he's describing me, what I do. I'm like, damn, I don't even relate to myself in that way. And like what you're saying is bigger than how I see myself. I also had this experience with my mom recently where she's like telling me stuff and I was like, what the fuck? Like this is, or like how she's talking about me or something. It's like bigger than how I relate to myself. I'm like, wow, like, how is it that you felt that? Like, you felt such a powerful thing for you to say such a statement, right? Like, instances like that, like, trip me the fuck out. Because it's like, wow, and that's one thing I realize is the people who are, like, in my most, I don't know. I don't like the word inner circle for some reason, but the people who are in my inner circle, like that I talk to on a regular basis, like every day, every couple days, stuff like that. Like I only talk to a few people. And these few people are so fucking supportive and see me as bigger than I see myself. And they see my projects and what I'm doing as bigger and doper than I even relate to it as I'm doing it, right? And at the same time, I see all these people as way bigger than they see themselves. And I think that's the power of like having good people around you and like people who are really like, fuck yeah, that's a dope idea. You could do that. That's cool. What about this? Oh, what about when it hits 10 million? What about when it's this and that? And you're like, wow, I didn't even consider it could be that. Right? And it's like, I have that experience with a lot of my closest best friends where it's like, and family, where it's like, we really are like, whoa, I cannot believe that. Like, fuck yeah, you could do this. It's going to be bigger than, and you're just like explaining how you see it and how you're hearing that person, and you're just creating it bigger. And then that person is like, whoa, really? And then it gives them a new context and title to live into. Well, I just saw birds reflecting in the window, and that was a trip. Anyway, sorry, I just got sidetracked. No, but it's like when you have people who can see you as bigger than what you see, when they see your vision as even doper than as what you see it, that's the shit where people are like, holy fuck, like, okay, fuck yeah. You know, and it's like, even when when you don't get it, or people don't get what your idea is or why you're so excited about it, when you know you have a solid ass team and support system, when those people are like, you know, I don't really get it, but I get that you're excited as fuck and you see something that I'm not really seeing right now. And fuck yes, let's go. Do that shit, homie. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, I realized where it's like, holy shit, that's what's been happening every time I create something. And it's like, well, more specifically with all the people like most closest to me. And it's a trip because it's like with my podcast, with my swim business, with my bounce house company I had, with my Christmas tree picking up thing, with my fucking, you know, candy bars I was selling back in the day, like all these different things. And now stepping into shamanism and like really answering that calling and hosting ceremonies, like it's hard to even like say that out loud at this point, you know? And like, that's the thing, is like, it's fucking scary every time. But this is the thing, is as I've been facilitating ceremonies and leading and really practicing what I've been taught and chosen to do and stepping into my calling, people are speaking on me and behalf of me or to me or about me in ways that are way bigger than I can even accept right now. And it's like, for people to be like, yeah, like Calvin is on his path to shamanism. He's a shaman. I am not a shaman. I'm practicing. I'm learning. I've been chosen to do so. And it's no coincidence. It's like my name means mediator. Like, that's been the name that's been chosen and given to me, right? And it's like not my English name, but my Chinese name. Gavin. You know, it means I'm a mediator, I'm a healer, I'm able to like be the glue in a sense, and like make things cohesive for people. And I mean, that's how I interpret what shamanism is. It's somebody who can hold a space of cohesiveness and a safe median for people to be and express and go through what they need to go through in the way they need to go through, completely in a safe environment. And if I can mediate that, then I'm doing my job and I've answered my life calling. You know what I mean? So that's what's fascinating, is that's the power of having people who support you and see your ideas as like, wow, I don't get it, but that's fucking dope. You know what I mean? And I experience that from different people, and I always have throughout my life. And it's like, that's how I know who really fucks with me and really supports me, is like, even if they don't get it, they're like, like what? Like, all right, like, I'm stoked you're excited. You know, I don't fucking get it all the way, but cool, you know, like, sure, you know, go for it. Fuck yeah. I'll support you. And that's like, I realize the more comfortable and used to that we can get, it's just the more cool shit we get to accomplish. And stepping into this next phase of life, it's like, I really want to fucking help a lot of people, make a lot of money, and have the most fun doing it. Like, I realize how much I say that now. I'm just creating that. It's like, I probably got like $30, maybe $40, and I need to use it on gas, and I owe a gang of money to stuff. And that's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? Well, what else? Like, that's the thing is like, what I realize is like, if I can be real about where I'm at continuously, then people won't mind when I'm living in my dream house on the beach in La Jolla. You know what I'm saying? It's like, and people won't be mad when I have my fucking dream house out in the fucking woods in the mountains and the fucking have a big ranch and all this shit. Like, you won't be mad. Like, you're going to be happy to see me win because I kept it fucking real. And it's like, look, you guys, if we can all keep it fucking real and have faith and believe in ourselves, if I can believe in myself at 36 or 7 years old right now, having all the sorts of shit falling apart, I'm moving out of my apartment, I can't even afford to keep up with it, my work's been fucking out, I've got like 30, 40 bucks and I need to get gas. I literally have no gas in my car. And I gotta move on my shit. And that's the reality of the situation. This dollar right here is all the cash I have. And you know what? It's all motherfucking good in the hood. Because you know what? It's okay. Because I'm going to create 100 times what this scenario is right now and love every moment of it. Because right now I love every moment of it. All the times I've been fucking down and out. I couldn't see my kids. I fucking couldn't and can't pay my bills or afford to pay shit. It's okay. I love it. I appreciate it. And I do. Because it's lessons and it's life. Because looking back, I'm never going to be in this situation again. You know what I mean? And looking forwards, I should say. Well, both. You're never going to live the life that you're in right now ever again. And if you do, I'm sorry, and you should probably do some other shit. You know what I mean? It's cool to be comfortable, but it's like to be completely complacent, not do anything different or whatever ever. Like, nah, that ain't it, man. Like, I understand being rooted. I understand having home. I understand having family, having a place, your tribe, your culture, your community. Fuck yeah. And that doesn't mean you can't do other things. And that's one thing I wish I would have heard when I was younger. Especially just so like hood mentality type of thing was that like, yo, it's okay to leave your hometown. It's not disrespectful. I didn't know that it wasn't disrespectful to leave. You know what I mean? Like I thought if I leave my hometown, I'm being disrespectful as fuck to people, to all the people I'm loyal to and who are loyal to me, all our established friendships and all this. It was like, you know, I wish somebody just told me that. Because I limited myself without even realizing it because I thought I was going to disrespect people who could give fucking care less and will probably never go anywhere either. So it's like, why would I live to impress that kind of person or to be that type of person when I have the option, you know? So now, like I said, I understand being rooted and having home. That's cool. But it's like, I think we're here to fucking experience shit, you know? Anyways, it's a whole nother thing. You know, it really is fascinating to find people. Oh yeah, let me reiterate this because this is so important, and I wish I had heard this earlier in life. Well, I suppose I heard it exactly when I needed to, but that. If you do not know anybody or have access to anybody who speaks positivity, lives positivity, wants to be a positive person, wants to contribute to life, if you do not know any of these people or cannot find any of them, it's okay. I promise you they exist. I'm one of them. Sebastian's one of them. And that's access to just, you know, me and Sebastian both have podcasts and things that can really help people. And that's our pure intent and intention is to do that. Like we understand we have a purpose to serve here, and to serve others is a great thing, and to be able to facilitate and help and be of goodness on this planet, right? To choose the right thing to do. And Surround yourself with these people in terms of books, podcasts, whatever you're listening to, whatever you're watching. Start consuming good content, good, healthy, positive things in people. Start unfollowing fucking pictures of titties and fucking whatever. It's like, that shit'll always fucking be there. It's like, if you're still stuck in that realm and world of like, you need to see titties and ass and all this shit all the time, it's like, that, you know what I'm saying? Like, titties and ass is great, but like, and, you know what I'm saying? And what? Like, it's no different than just looking at pictures of Ferraris and never like doing anything or ever planning on having one. It's just like, okay, you're looking at it, but you're never gonna fucking touch it. So now what? Right? And the Ferrari doesn't make you touch yourself. So okay. Okay. We're back. Oh shit. Okay. All right, guys. So fuck, dude, that fucked me up. All right. Okay, no, we're talking about it. I'm back. So start unfollowing the tits, the ass, the fucking things that make your phone or your computer a jack-off box. Take all that shit off of it. Get rid of it. Use your fucking imagination if you got to go do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, get in tune with yourself. Like, start moving in the right direction. You know what I'm saying? You could do whatever the fuck you want. Be as weird as the fuck you want. Like, be into whatever the fuck you want. You don't have to do any of this. I'm just suggesting because I see and have experienced the power of being this way, right? And it's like, the more that you can have discipline in your life to different regards, like, it makes it easier to have discipline in life when you don't have like constant temptation of stuff circling around and floating around and just reeling through your phone and like all this stuff, right? If you think about it, like back in the day, to see like a girl with a nice ass back in the day, you had to actually be outside and like be fortunate enough to see one. You couldn't just like pull out your phone at any moment and just right? Like, so that's the thing, is like, when we can start seeing ourselves as a bigger person, when you can free yourself from the temptations of all this weird shit, you know what I'm saying? Things of entertainment, this and that. It's like, dude, we got to start getting in tune with ourselves, with our body, our thoughts, our mind, our creativity. Creativity is so important. You know what I mean? Because the more that you lose your creativity and you don't practice creativity, the older of an old fuck you become faster. The older of an old fuck you become faster. If you lose your creativity, the older of an old fuck you become faster. If you lose your creativity, the older of an old fuck you become faster. If you lose your creativity, the older of an old fuck you become faster. If you lose your creativity, the older of an old fuck you become faster. So, I suggest you become like Splinter and become the master of your own mental disaster, because that's how you fortify your brain, like fortifying shampoo and Pert Plus and VO5 in the rain. You gotta survive the hardships and the pain and go through and do it again and again and again, because you can withstand the pain. And as weird as the shit I'm making up right now, it brings a smile to your eyebrow. And if your eyebrow is smiling, you should probably shave it, because that means you got a unibrow. So my point is that we gotta tap into our creativity, our funness, our silliness, our adventurous side. Because if not, we turn into old fucks, and then we're gonna have to sing this whole song again. And I already forgot what the fuck I said, so I couldn't even replicate it again if I wanted to. So anyways, What the fuck is this? Keeps showing up on my phone. I don't even know what that is. Anyway, so that having these people be so supportive of me and seeing what they know exists in me and I've been unable to recognize, and even bigger, that has me stepping into my calling of stepping into shamanism. And I don't know what this means or looks like. When I went to Peru to do ayahuasca for the first time, I literally went there and I was like I explained in the last episode, I don't know anything. I don't want to know anything. I don't even know where Peru is. I'm just going because I know I'm supposed to. And when I went there, it's like, hey, you're chosen to do this. You're the one I was waiting for. And I was like, what? What do you mean? And I just denied this for 8 years now, until I guess really last year, the end of last year, I really fucking was like, all right, you know what? I'm answering the calling. I'm ready. And I messaged my teacher yesterday or day before. I was like, Maestro, I'm ready. Like, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to be disrespectful or away. I was lost. I'm ready. I'm fucking ready. I'm going to keep practicing my Icaros. I'm going to keep practicing my Spanish. And, you know, I don't care how fucking long it takes. I'm just going to keep fucking going, dude, because why the fuck not? You know, one of these days I would love to be able to record a whole episode in Spanish. If I could do that, you guys, you know that I really tapped into some crazy shit, because it feels impossible, dude. But I can feel my brain like tipping at certain points and like just kind of like letting the floodgate of Spanish come in. And I'm like, fuck, all right. Like the formal way they try and teach it in school, it was too weird for me because I don't even understand English that way. And then learning from my ghetto ass homies growing up, like it's too slang, too street, and I don't get it because everything's like a reference and they're not saying the actual, like what the word means. So like I'm hearing like slang everything and I'm not actually understanding what the word really means, right? So it's kind of a trip. So this is why the power and importance of having people who believe in you and understand that if any human being, it doesn't matter who you are, how big, small, tall, skinny, fat, this, that, whatever you are, capable, incapable, it doesn't matter if you suck at whatever the fuck. Just start doing it, and experience will make you good. You do not need natural talent. And people who you say they have natural talent when they're really good at something, that's an absolute insult because they have to work really hard. You know what I'm saying? Natural talent doesn't make you the best. Natural talent makes you pretty naturally good to start off. I mean, you kind of understand the cohesiveness of the flow and how to do all that. And that's what that is. But it doesn't without the work, you can be the worst on the team and work for 10 years every day and be better than the guy who had natural talent who doesn't practice for 10 years every day. You know what I'm saying? It's just like fundamentals will overpower natural talent any fucking day. And that's all I'm doing is just following the fundamentals every fucking week and giving you guys this podcast. Right? Like I'm not a gifted speaker. I'm not a fucking dude who's known for this or that or whatever. Not at this point anyway. I was somebody who stopped talking for a year. To me, speaking is doing the impossible. Sharing and being vulnerable is impossible. I was so hardened. I hadn't told anybody I loved them in like 20 years. I wanted to murder people. In my mind was just darkness and evil thoughts and just bad shit all the time. And like there was no purity in my thinking, really. It was just all gross and all nasty and all weird and just like, ugh, you know? And that's okay. We have to go through that in order to get to the next level, right? So it's really interesting to see how life works, you know? You know, this podcast is so fun to me because it's like, it really is an expression of creativity, and it's such a cool outlet. And I encourage everybody to start one. If you suck at talking, that's fine. I fucking did and do or what. I don't know. I think I'm decent. I've got confidence in my abilities. That's all that I have. I don't have any skills, any training. Well, a little bit of training, I guess, in terms of speaking. But it's like nothing special, nothing that's not accessible to anybody else. You know what I mean? So, write your book, write your story, document. Start speaking to your voice memos. Like, I can finally listen to myself now. Like, if somebody plays my podcast while I'm with them, it feels awkward and I feel all squirmy, but at the same time, I'll sit there and I can do it. And that's hard, man. It is really hard. I mean, for me anyway. I always think my voice sounds some type of, it's got some irritating pitch to me. And I think that my voice annoys people. That's always been my like feeling. So like when people say, oh, you sound cool, I love your voice, or I'm like, or like you sound good on the microphone, I'm like, huh? I can't even comprehend it. Like my brain tries to let the compliment in, but it's like I just kind of like short circuit, and I'm like aware that I'm short circuiting, and I'm just like, oh, yeah, okay, try to let it in, try to thank you, right? So, you know, that's the other thing is like, if we really are going to embark on these new journeys and answerings and callings in life, our home and support system has to be so fucking solid and clear and honest and open, because that's the only way the shit's going to work. And I realize what clouds a family is like when one person is so much one way that it causes everybody else to start lying and being sneaky to get around tripping this person's trigger. And it's like, I often see, I mean, like, it could be any dynamic, but it's like, just for the, you know, random example, it's like you got a mom who's just super overbearing and paranoid and strict and needs to know everything and wear a jacket and this and that and like super duper strict and harsh, way overbearing, to the point where it's like, it almost seems like they don't want you to have fun or enjoy life. And that's just their version of caring. You know, even if it's a little misguided or weird or whatever, that's their version of it. And that's fine, right? And it causes the kids to start lying to that mom. And let's say the dad's hella cool. He's going to be like, oh, yeah, you know how your mom is, da-da-da. Or let's say your dad's overbearing. Now you got to be like, oh, fuck, we got to lie to both our parents. And then all of a sudden, like, things that are good for you, you have to lie about. And then you, in turn, don't want to share anything with your parents because you don't want to get grilled or have them crack this open and question you and this and that when you're so sure of what you're doing, right? Or you know you want to experiment or this or that or whatever, right? So when you got real support and open communication, when you can allow somebody to just be upset and you still stand in your vision and your purpose, then you can all move forward peacefully, you know? And it's like, sometimes you got to upset people and let them go through their fucking cycle of burnout until they fucking fizzle out. And then let them land. And then they're like, and then they start seeing the good in what you're doing or the ripple effect of what you've done or the work you've produced. And then all of a sudden they go, oh. And it's not that they didn't want you to have the success. It's just that they don't understand. And then that causes the, you know, like having to act different, speak different, and all this whole weird shit. And that's not very desirable. So having an open and supportive structure, system, home life, partner, family, like, you have to be one first. And you have to stand for it and break the mold. And it's hard. And sometimes it'll cause fights and upsets and disappointments and all that. And you have to understand that if your purpose is greater than an argument or an upset, then you have the road to like success and happiness and freedom. Because otherwise you're going to kick back and just not act every single time because you don't want to disappoint or upset somebody for what? just so you can stay miserable? That's bullshit. And I think that is not what we should do. So, yeah. So this is why it's very important to listen to people who are positive, of positivity, mean positivity, speak positivity, and exist in this life to do positive things. So this show is a safe haven for that. I'll tell you what, because that's what the fuck this is all about, is like being a safe place to be real as fuck, open as fuck, vulnerable as fuck, because that's the dopest way that we can be and share context and perspectives. You dig?
Damn, dude. Damn, dude.
Oh no. What the? Sorry, guys. Having technical difficulties. I love you guys. Our camera cut. I appreciate you guys.
Damn, dude. Damn, dude.
You guys, please be sure to leave a 5-star written review on Apple iTunes. That would be greatly appreciated. That's kind of where it matters most. Or go to Listen Notes, go peep our score. You can see that we are still a top 10% podcast out of all 3 million plus podcasts in existence. You guys, make sure you go look out for that podcast with Sebastian. Ignite the Spark Within, coming out Wednesday. Should be out about 11 o'clock, noonish time, Western time. Well, Pacific time, I guess you call it. Howdy, partner. This is the Western time. So yeah, check that out. It's going to be dope. I'll share some links, yada, yada, yada. Check it. Check all that shit out. I promise you it's really, really good. So please be sure to tell a friend to tell a friend to tell your best friends, cousins, uncles, joint rolling, skateboard manufacturing, skateboard truck pipe maker about the Damn Dude motherfucking podcast, because this can help change somebody's life for the good. This can help create the next fucking legendary podcast, the next legendary show, idea, book, whatever. This show might get you out to the fucking jungle. This show might lead you to ayahuasca. This show might lead you to a ceremony with me. This show might just change your life or somebody's life. And if not, it's all good. Then I hope you're at least entertained. I love you guys. Appreciate you guys. Have a beautiful day. Much love. Peace.
Damn, dude. Damn, dude.